It is time for another viewer match, and what I got for you today is a Silver League Protoss versus Protoss. Spawning here in the bottom right hand corner of Odyssey LE and already sending out a probe very early on into this match, we have none other than the red Protoss player, known by the nickname of Dark Havoc. And his opponent spawning in a cross position and playing with the blue Protoss probes, he goes by the nickname of Dewey, or Dewey? I think I'm gonna go with Dewey instead. Regardless though, this is going to be a Silver League Protoss versus Protoss, right? And in my experience so far, when it comes to lower league PvP, at the very least all of the games that I've seen, there's about an, I would say like 80% chance that one of the two players here starts off with a cannon rush. I mean, this seems to be the gold standard right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if indeed a fort goes down here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map already before the 1 minute mark. Now, the probes did headbutt right there for just a second. I think the Dark Havoc is going to try and put up a pylon there inside of the main base of his opponent. This one will completely go unscouted here for the time being. However, maybe Dewey will pick up on the fact that this probe is on the other side of the map awfully early on into this game here already. Not quite responding, however, just yet. For some odd reason, this is a super popular strategy on the lower ranks of the ladder. But regardless, I wonder how effective this is going to be. Dark Havoc is going to try and put a circle of pylons right here inside of the main base, and actually very quick response time right there by Dewey, picking up on the fact that indeed there's a chance that a cannon will go down, and he snipes that very first one beautifully, and with that the probe as well. Dewey shutting it down. Very, very nicely done. Now at the exact same time though, on the other side of the map, he did indeed send out a probe as well towards the bottom right hand corner of the map, trying to scout out if there's any more information that he can gather. Not quite picking up on the fact, however, that there's a very small chance that that is going to be the case. Now apparently this probe is first gonna check out the fourth base location, and then he's gonna make a big loop-de-loop right there inside of the main base here of his opponent. But Dark Havoc, in typical Protoss in Silver League fashion, he's not giving up the cannon rush. I mean, he's got no follow-up. He's nearly got 16 probes right here on minerals, queuing up more and more of those as well, but he's got a lot of minerals in the bank already. More than enough to start building a whole bunch of cannons. Could we please, and this is just a personal request, Dark Havoc, could we please have the Crescent Moon rush back? Does anyone recall the Crescent Moon Protoss strategy? I'll leave a link to that video down below in the description of this one in case you're interested. But I've noticed that the Crescent Moon rush is extremely popular when it comes to Protoss players that are trying to execute a cannon rush, and when they are set in their ways. I mean, Dark Havoc, I mean, he's gonna lose another probe there. He could have just, like, followed this up with a gateway and maybe, you know, maybe he could have gone for something a little bit different here. But apparently he is really set in his ways. He's just simply sending out more probes across the map. Of course, the pylon that he previously built here close to his opponent's natural did indeed finish up. A couple of probes are now sent over, as well as that single warrior of ire here. The Zealot also trying to make his way towards that pylon. But now that these two probes are holding hands, or I guess they're sniffing butts, more or less, I think that this first pylon may go down, but apparently they're gonna set up a pylon right here, rather far out of his opponent's natural expansion. Dark Havoc, what exactly is your plan here? What are you gonna do with this single pylon? Are you gonna build a Crescent Moon over here? Because I would be up for that. That would look beautiful. Apparently Dewey is currently staring down that pylon. No way, dude. Come on, fire that Zealot. What is that Zealot doing? Two cannons, however, are going down here for Dark Havoc already. And apparently with that, Dark Havoc has also decided that he needs another base because he's floating a little bit too many resources. Already up to over 1,000 and still no gateway to be seen anywhere. He's just simply got to follow this up with a Nexus here on the other side of the map. At the same time though, the probe is trying to be a little bit sneaky. He did indeed confirm now that there is going to be a natural expansion going down here for the Protoss player in blue. Zealot apparently once again got back into the action, but apparently now that these two cannons are done, what exactly is the plan here? Are you gonna add on more cannons? Make more cannons, dude. There's two more on the other side as well. Yeah, symmetry. It's important. There we go. We actually, once again, get a Crescent Moon Protoss cannon rush. Now, here's the thing about this cannon rush, right? And I don't mean to complain here, Dark Havoc, but you have noticed, right, that you're not quite containing your opponent, because there's quite literally 3 different attack paths that your opponent can choose. I mean, this one is completely uncontested, and not something he really has to worry about. What you can do, however, is slow push your way forward, dude. You should make a full moon. Yeah, put down another pylon right over there and just make more of them. Now, Dewey does have the mothership core, however. Of course, this is going to be one of the last moments of this patch right now in StarCraft where you can indeed make the mothership core. It's soon gonna be replaced, but I think that Dark Havoc indeed, judging by the fact that he still doesn't have a gateway up, and he's now, he's not, why is he getting gas? Okay, there we go. Apparently he decided to get gas, but he's not actually building anything that costs any gas. He is now following this up with a gateway, however, as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna continue slow pushing here. He's recognized as well that indeed he is not quite containing his opponent as effectively as he thought. Apparently now filling in more cannons. I mean, there's something to be said for symmetry though. Look at that. That's beautiful. Okay? With the exception of that forward pylon there, that is beautiful. It's more or less like a little heart right now as well. He's really making a heart. No way! Are you making a heart? I mean, just don't, if you think away that pylon right there at the top, right? This is essentially a heart formation right here for the Protoss player in red. Now, a single cannon will indeed get shot down there. The pylon also gets gunned down now that an Immortal was out here for Dewey. But I can't help but wonder what will happen if Dewey just simply moves across the map with all of these units. Yeah, exactly. Good thinking right there, Dewey. We're on the same line of thought right here. Now, apparently Dewey does still have that probe here on the other side of the map as well. I don't think this one is in vision radius just yet here, so at this point, I mean, he could just simply make a pylon over here and warp in some reinforcements as well, although I don't think he's really gonna need it. In the meantime, in the, I guess this would be the middle top position of this map, we do see the cybernetics core go down here for Dark Havoc as well, after that gateway just now finished up, and he's just simply getting himself as many probes as he possibly can. And I do like the amount of workers that he's currently getting, but I can't help but wonder what his plan for victory is going to be, right? 2 hero pylons inside of the main base here of Dewey, powering literally every single thing that he's got. Apparently, he's adding on more and more gateways, and I do think that that is going to be the valid option. He did now also make his way across the map now with these couple of Stalkers, Zealots, and a single Immortal. And now with the pylon done inside of the main base, I think he can just simply go for a warp in. Doesn't even need to, though. I mean, at this point, I think he should be more worried about the fact... Actually, did he just make more cannons? What are you trying to do, Dark Havoc? What's the thought process here? I wanna see what's going on in your head. Can you please, like, I would love to do an interview with Dark Havoc after this game. That'd be incredible. Regardless, though, Dark Havoc is indeed now forced to completely abandon the main base. Main base is indeed in a lot of trouble. A lot of Protoss probes did end up dying there. 21 in total in this game already, and Dark Havoc definitely will not have this base up and running here. I think that his course of action here is to try and contain the Protoss player that he's going up against. I mean, if you build like 4 layers of cannons, right, maybe your opponent's army will actually end up dying. And if Dewey decides to straight up engage this, you know, this formation here, he will actually lose all of these units. The fact of the matter is, however, that once you get enough Immortals out, and he's currently a little bit supply blocked, so he's currently adding on a couple of pylons here as well. But if he gets enough Immortals, like say 4 or so Immortals, they're just simply gonna power through all of these pylons. Another mistake that Dewey could potentially make, however, is just simply attacking all of... No, dude. No. I was just talking about potential mistakes. I don't think you want to fight that. I don't think that's a good... No, I can't help but wonder that there's just simply too many... Oh, no. Oh, dude. Like, you guys can't see it, but I'm face palming right now. Dewey. Dewey. These Protoss units had families. What was that? Like, what did you kill? Like 2 cannons and a pylon? 2 pylons, I think, actually. Very nice. Dark Havoc, apparently, feeling confident, though, in this game. He recognizes that he needs another base. In the meantime, by the way, the other forces are indeed hanging out in the corner here. I guess that he's going to start up another Nexus here in the bottom left-hand corner. It's the only thing that makes sense. But regardless, now that the... Yeah, indeed, the forces right here of Dewey are derping out here in the mineral line. These couple of Stalkers trying to report back here to the other units as well that indeed there is going to be a Protoss base nearby. Zealots now also making their way over here. And I gotta go straight after the pylon here that will indeed be powering the majority of all of these buildings. At the same time, though... No, don't do it! Dewey! Dewey, stop! I mean, okay, you're gonna... Dewey... I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed. What was that? What? Now, while Dark Havoc is indeed losing the base here that he set up earlier, he's running one of the probes away. The rest of them apparently can die for the greater good. He has indeed established another nexus here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. And he's also now getting up another pylon, so I think this one is going to build a forge, right? There must be a forge going down, because otherwise, how are you ever going to Okay, he's just simply building more pylons here. That works as well. How are you ever going to break this formation? Dewey, though, I mean, he's realized that this must be, you know, one of the last nexi of his opponent. He currently has no clue, though, if there's going to be another base anywhere. He's checked out all of the bases over here. He has yet to check out his own gold base, though, which I would really like to see him do here in just a second. Is there... Oh my god, it's actually a fort going down. No way! So, when you think about StarCraft 2, right? In win conditions, right? If you think about StarCraft 2 in win conditions, how could Dark Havoc possibly win this game? Right? Like, what's his win condition here? What is he gonna try and do to squeeze the victory here out of this match? Is he gonna slow push his opponent with cannons? Is he gonna build enough cannons so his opponent can't actually ever do anything? Is he planning on eventually building up a force here? Because he is once again getting himself a gateway. I think that if Dewey just simply finds the base here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, Dark Havoc would just simply end up losing, right? And I mean, Dewey, I mean, while he's technically a little bit contained here... No, don't... I mean, now you've got a lot of... Actually, you got a lot of immortals here. Yeah. I think you may be able to actually power through a lot of this. There we go. Just a handful of pylons trying to power everything. And I think that indeed, with that single pylon going down there on the left hand, or on the middle right there, it will indeed unpower a lot of them. Another pylon, however, on the left hand side will bring power back to a lot of these cannons as well. But eventually, now with this many immortals out, 5 of them in total, you're going to be able to power through buildings very easily. And I think that Dark Havoc must realize that he is in a little bit of trouble. Dewey has just simply been sitting back. He's got a couple of probes staring down the gas. Fun fact, you actually do need to have the probes mining actively in order to harvest the Vespian gas. How does that even work? I think the only way you can do, like, the only way you can make that work, is that gonna be another one? Join the party! Yeah! Ain't no party like a Protoss party. I think the only way that works is if you rally the Nexus on the unbuilt gas geyser, and then you build an assimilator on top of it. I think that's the only way this works. Okay, well, they are just simply gonna hang out. Now, there's another base going down here in the top right-hand corner of the map as well. Dewey, however, is currently scouting out all of the remaining bases, and I gotta say, I do like this position that he's in. He's playing this a lot more straightforward than his opponent, and while Dark Havoc is happily mining off of the base here in the bottom left-hand corner, he doesn't have a lot of resources anymore. In particular, not because he's queuing up tons of units, but how is he going to defend against all of these units that are just about to find the front door? He's going to be able to do a lot of damage. How many probes are going to be there? Actually, all of them got back to mining. 16 out of 4 right now in the main base of Dewey. He's going to go for that third base as well. No way! Are you going to... No, Dark Havoc. Dark Havoc. Did you just... Did you just really say, suck it, loser? Did you just... When you think about StarCraft 2 in, you know, terms of win conditions, I understand that you can potentially obtain the early game victory, right? With a cannon rush. I mean, if you can force all of your opponent's buildings and probes out of the game, you may very well end up obtaining the victory. But what is the thought process behind putting cannons here in the middle? I mean, what's the idea? Like, how does that... How are you get... How? How did you plan on winning the game, Dark Havoc? I think that the only proper way of ending this game would indeed be with bad manners. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, though. If you haven't already, do make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get a notification as soon as I upload more. And other than that, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I'll see you in the next one.